I have pressed not all of the buttons, but all of the buttons that are important for this session to start. Hello everyone and welcome to Critical Knowledge. This is a 5th edition homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign where nothing bad happens to any of the characters ever.
We are all going to die.
And I definitely did not have them encounter multiple undead beings that had special abilities that if you failed to save, you went immediately to 0 hit points.
We are all going to die.
All right, with that said...
He's trying to kill me.
There may have been legitimate attempts to kill certain characters. In my defense, not all of them were legitimate attempts. Some were. I will let you pick. There was one creature from last week where I did misread the sheet for them. I thought they had a choice with their attack of doing one type of damage or another type of damage. It's an and, not an or. And so one of your helper NPCs was instantly killed. But, you know, no harm, no foul. Meanwhile, that particular character's in their afterlife going, what do you mean, no harm?
I feel like that's a little harm, a little foul.
Only harm!
That was a hard foul.
That was an oops on my part.
Oopsies.
My name is Crash. I will be your DM for the evening. Any mistakes I make are actually house rules, and therefore are legitimate. Tonight I am joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Chris, April, Matt, Millie, and Eric.
Hello.
And is there anything that anyone would like to add about our last session? I gave a few bits of Spark Notes or Cliff Notes, but what else?
So we said hi and we went to the place and we made friends and also I got a laser pointer of doom or something like that. It's fun. It makes lights and it goes pew and it makes things explode. It's kind of fun. Anyway, so I got it, and also like then when my cool daggers, which I will miss forever, rest in peace. When my daggers exploded in the anti-evil juju machine, first it went and then like the evil magic was like, no, you got us. But then also there was this weird blue magic and everyone's like, what's that? And no one knows yet. So we're going to try and figure that out first. But the thing is, before we could be like, wow, before all the nerds could be like, wow, let's read books. We didn't get to that part because then there was a zombie invasion. And then like all of the nerds that came with us who were supposed to read for us died immediately. So, whoopsies. Anyway, then cool angel aunt decided to show up and be like, phew, I'm awesome, go hide in the tunnels. And we went and hid in the tunnels, but then there was this monster and it was like, rah! And I asked if it was my friend, and instead it tried to kill Dad. So, not really my friend. So I kicked its butt, and now we're continuing down the tunnel.
I've missed these recaps.
Bandrin wants to point out books are cool.
Hero would like to point out you're a nerd.
Accurate.
I mean, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons on the internet.
But I'm a nerd that can break someone's nose without trying. So...
You know what? That's cool, but I'm also a giant cat that can do the same thing.
Yeah, but I can do it with Kill Monk stuff.
And you do it by accident, usually.
Yeah, I do it by accident with my tail.
Yes. Now, I would also like to add the caveat of you did not encounter a single zombie.
It was
There
ghost things.
There were a lot of bad things that you encountered. None of them were zombies.
Yeah, they were weird ghost things, weren't they, that were possessing people.
All weird undead things are zombos.
One of them was a banshee, you are correct.
It was definitely one banshee, yeah.
Yeah, because that was the one that knocked me out. It sang a little tune, and then I fell asleep.
You have no appreciation for the finer musical numbers.
I am a Philistine, yes.
I mean, that was going to be an excellent rendition of the entire original cast recording of Les Mis. But no, you fell asleep.
I do love that soundtrack. Sorry.
It's a great soundtrack.
It's a great soundtrack.
It is.
You guys didn't talk about my epic Channel Divinity turn? Come on, man.
mean,
we had to escape.
That did significantly change what I had planned for that particular session.
I do love it when we mess up the DM.
I appreciate and look forward to these moments because I enjoy when this is a collaborative effort and not just me railroading the players through certain events. However, you did decide to take the tunnels instead of fleeing overland, so my plans were not entirely derailed.
I would very quickly like to point out that Nix and I are both bleeding horribly.
But you're alive. And
Barely.
Paladin
Yeah.
who likes to
Barely.
damage things and decided not to damage things and save your guys' butt.
Like, we are bleeding out and barely alive.
I would like to note that I actually asked if I could heal, and I was told not to yet. So I just want it
Yeah,
said.
I believe we ended with my smiting of whatever creature was in the tunnels.
Yeah, the one who spurned my friendship.
They were not shaped like a friend.
So rude, because they could have been.
Thank
They
you for
looked like they were
being
shaped
a
like friends.
friend.
They weren't even shaped like food.
Tragedy.
They weren't even corporeal.
Yeah, it's really hard to eat something that is insubstantial.
If Karen can become friends with a ghost baby, I can become friends with a specter.
The best part is no one outside of our group of friends has encountered that session
I don't
because
think I
Aaron's
have.
running it and it's not streamed or recorded.
I haven't seen any of that either, so I don't know what that is.
Karen is a barbarian
Is
halfling, I
Karen.
want to say.
Yes, a halfling barbarian who is a Karen.
Like a full-on actual Karen.
Like a
Yeah,
full on.
I named her Karen because she randomly just goes up and slams and demands things and screams and demands to talk to all the managers and will kill people when she doesn't.
Yes, demanding to see the manager is in fact using a bonus action to rage.
Correct.
Yeah, me
That's
saying
impressive
that
and
now
terrifying.
I am the manager of the tavern that that party owns.
She's become the thing that she hates.
You've become what you hate the most.
But she's very motherly to the ghost that is there.
Yeah, everyone
yeah,
else
the
I
ghost
make
is a small child.
Oh, y'all are doing Waterdeep.
Well,
Yep.
that game's on
And
hold
I,
currently, but yes.
But Karen has a thing for ghosts.
Sorry, you said Ghost and Tavern. I instantly knew what y'all were doing because that's a fun 5-level adventure. That's fun.
And the beauty of it is
Anyway.
Eric's running 2 sessions, 2 different groups going through it, and we've already significantly diverged.
Yeah, that always happens with Waterdeep.
Yeah. Like
On the
my
second
group-
day, it was broken.
Oddly enough, my group has done more murder.
We did Waterdeep and we broke it in session 1 because we all TPK'd by essentially murdering each other.
Oh,
We
I
killed
decided
the
to turn it
elephant.
into a sitcom.
Yeah, that group turned it into a sitcom. Our group murdered the Illithid before we were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We murdered him too early.
Impressive.
To be fair,
Karen is
someone
into
said
ghosts.
stop them, so my cleric cast a spell that stopped them. Eric was rolling to make the save, and this was Eric rolling to make the save.
So it failed, of course.
And
Eric
then
rolled 16 rolls.
Eo's kobold bard murdered it to death.
Karen is like flirts with every undead monster that we find. She's into older guys.
Should we actually play this session?
Probably should actually play this session.
Now, I
trying to get
appreciate that. Before we started, I said we can't have a short conversation unless someone forcibly stops it. And there was no disagreement whatsoever. And then we start the session and we immediately go into a tangent on another game entirely. I love this. I fully appreciate and enjoy the time we spend together as friends. Thank you for this. I say this unironically. I love this. And all of you are in front of a rather ornate door with low relief sculptures or bas relief sculptures, if you want to be fancy and use actual art terms, carved into the sides around this door. And it is that or turn around and go back the way you came, because there does not seem to be any other breaks in the passage.
Is
Open it.
the rocks and building around this still kind of like that dwarven in nature?
Up until you get to the door, yes.
Okay.
Matter of fact, some dwarves might even be a bit arrogant about it, like, you see these archways? Those are built to last. That's dwarf work. See these torch sconces here? Dwarves don't even need those because we can see in the dark pretty well, but still, we put those in there for the aesthetic. That's dwarf work.
Jaren goes up to the arch, pats his hand, and then goes, "Aye, this is good work."
You see this tiled floor? Dwarf tile. Good tile. Won't break no matter how many people walk over it. And then you get to this kobold arch and you're like, what is this garbage? Who left this here? Who's responsible?
Hero opens the door.
The door does not have a handle. It has a knocker, but that's it.
Hero knocks with his tail.
I do not recall Tabaxi having prehensile tails. Or do you just
But I want
twitch
it.
your... Just because you want it doesn't mean you get it. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes...
But if I try sometimes...
you may find you can get what you need.
And
that
my
is,
dexterity check.
and those are called opposable thumbs that you can use to grab onto the door knocker and use it like a regular humanoid.
He hits it with his booty.
I also rolled a dirty 20 on my dexterity check on whether or not my tail could do this.
Your tail attempts to hit the door knocker repeatedly, and in doing so, does cause it to rebound enough that it actually kind of sort of works.
Yes!
But no one, I will argue that no one watching you do this thinks that this is something that proves your dexterous nature. It more proves that you have the mind of a 5-year-old on occasion.
Yeah. So it worked in both ways.
I provide the players of my games with the things that they desire most, and that is whatever is going on right now. Okay, so you knock on the door. There is no immediate answer.
I do it again with my hand, begrudgingly.
Wouldn't there be some sort of an echo in here?
Oh, yeah, you're in a stone tunnel. Of course there's going to be an echo, yes. Now, as you knock, there is also... the second time you knock, a light starts to appear around the edge of the door. Not like where the door portion meets the carvings around the outer edge portion. A light sort of glows around that.
I would like to crouch towards the light because I'm obnoxious, and I'd like to try to talk into the scene going, "Hi, we're here. There's things behind us. Can we go in here?"
The light projects out from the edges of the door to a singular spot that is about 3 feet away from the door, which means it's actually hitting a spot directly behind Hero. And suddenly there is the image of a kobold. It is very obviously an image. It's translucent, and where Hero is standing and blocking the light because Hero is crouched in front of the light as it's coming through part of the door, there are parts of this kobold that are missing because they're being projected onto Hero instead of onto the floor in front of you.
I close my eyes. It's bright.
Of course you do.
It's bright.
Maybe you should wear shades because the future is quite bright. This kobold is, kobold height. They're 2 or 3 feet tall, and they are wearing a very large floppy-brimmed hat. And they look at the party. Oh, well, you seem to be a ragtag band of adventurers.
That we are.
I'm not a rag doll. I'm a tabaxi.
No, ragtag. Ragtag, as in you are all from a wide variety of backgrounds, and circumstances have put you together into a very oddly competent fighting group that has probably saved the world half a dozen times by now.
We've done that.
Yep.
Yeah, my sister is a rag doll.
I'm going to ignore that and move on. What can the Circle of Tales do for you today?
Not leave us with the zombies?
What zombies?
I don't know. They went, and then Dad fell down.
And this kobold reaches to something that is, I want to say off screen, but there's no actual screen. But imagine them reaching out to the point where their arm disappears as they reach out, and they're obviously tapping something. And according to, I never work these things well. According to this, you're in one of the tunnels to the Kobold Warrens in Coomridge, right?
Yes, we came from Coomridge.
Well, you're still in Coomridge. There are no zombies in Coomridge. Zombies in Coomridge don't happen anymore.
Well, whatever it was screamed really loud at us, and that's all
that would
I
be
remember,
a banshee.
actually.
Yeah, it sounded like this.
So I don't understand how a lot of the stuff that I'm using works right now, but I will say I appreciate the sound dampeners because it just cut you off right there. I saw the rest of you wincing, and my condolences. With that said, it's my understanding that based on whatever has just been said here. You want in because there's undead out there.
It would probably help keep us alive. If
Okay.
we can get in and then you shut the door behind us.
So here's the problem. You understand we're kobolds, right?
That's bad.
Rather
You-
intelligent kobolds.
Well, yes, kobolds can be highly intelligent. Can be, but let's not get into the bell curve that exists. We have a wide variety of talents, and not all of them are in the brains department, but for many of us, they are. You should talk to my granddaughter sometime, but never mind about that. You do know what kobolds are, right?
Yes.
In
No,
theory.
I'm Hero.
Yes.
Okay.
Kobolds, little lizard things.
Those
Yes.
things. I meant one. Are they dogs?
We are not
No.
dogs.
They're not dogs.
Okay.
We are referred to more frequently as anthropomorphic alligators, which I take a little bit of offense at that. We're more like tiny dragons, but never mind about that.
Yeah, dragons. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
The point is, we are often referred to by ragtag bands of adventurers as cannon fodder.
Oh.
And occasionally punching bags, pin
You're
cushions,
worried we're going to try and kill
leveling
you.
fuel.
We recently
Well,
had
no.
camps with a goblin. It was fun
No.
with a bunch of goblins.
I'm not worried about you killing me. I have no thought in my mind at all that you could possibly kill me. But I'm not here right now. You may have noticed. I'm also not on the other side of this door right now. So, yes, I am perfectly safe. And the image flickers a little bit when he says that. He doesn't seem to notice. But there are plenty of kobolds on the other side of this door who I'm certain that even a lower quality ragtag band of adventurers would be able to make short work of before they were eventually brought down by the sheer numbers of the kobolds on the other side, as well as the multiple traps. And I would like to avoid that level of chaos. I don't always avoid that level of chaos, but I'm trying something new today.
We just don't want to die.
Yeah.
I mean, who does?
We recently camped with a bunch of goblins, so the thing is that I don't know if we're not really big into killing randomly. I mean, we've killed things, but not like randomly.
I mean,
I
if
feel
I
like
was
the-
close enough to actually be able to cast spells on you right now, I'd be casting Zone of Truth to verify that what you're saying is true.
I got my head
But I'm-
stuck in a cooking pot. It was funny.
This kobold
feel-
looks to the rest of the party and says,
Yeah.
"Well, I can recommend a good cleric that does stuff with like repairing brain damage if necessary."
It's not feeble mind.
No, it's not.
It's not.
We think it's because she's a tabaxi, but we don't have any
It's
proof.
not. It's not.
No, I've met multiple tabaxi. This is different.
Dandrin can confirm that it's not because they're vaccinated.
She's the first and only one I've ever met,
He.
so I have little to go on.
He's an interesting one.
Yes, I will grant that. I'm actually kind of glad my granddaughter's up here on the moon with me, but never mind. So, with that said, well,
Glossing over that.
also the people on the
I
other
was gonna
side.
moon.
Well, sorry, the moon is for kobolds only. So I'm.
Ugh.
In the meantime, how do we get out of this tunnel?
You
Secret
could go
tunnel.
back the way you came. That could be a
Pretty
thing.
guaranteed death that way.
Ah,
This weird angel lady told us to go this way.
who? What now?
The angel lady told us to go this
What's
way.
the angel lady's actual name? That might help.
I don't remember
Excellent.
either.
It's another.
I will find
Really
it in
straight-
my notes and copy paste it into the chat so you can
Excellent.
write it in your notebook.
I
have it
have
myself.
not even tried to write notes for this campaign. It's too all over the place.
Millie strikes
Millie
again.
causes too much chaos. There's no point in writing notes.
Okay, so I have copy pasted it. Axella. Axella.
Excella.
Is it like an
So-
axolotl?
No, it is not.
Oh.
So
Dang it.
I am picking something up though. I notice like I see your facial reactions whenever like. What's your name, young man?
Who?
I'm referring to you, the 7-foot-tall cat person. What's your name?
Oh.
My name's Hero.
Ah, Hero. Pleased to meet you. I'm Monty. Well, in any case,
Hey.
every time Hero says something, I see reactions from you on all of your faces. Don't try to hide it. I've seen it. And for that last one, it was a very different reaction, as if this time we were getting much closer to these are events that are not filtered through the mind of a 7-foot-tall tabaxi child on ADD or whatever. So, angel person?
Yeah, Excella, she helped us get away from these undead and then sent us down here and told us to go this way.
She blew up my magic daggers.
I
To be fair, you did volunteer them.
I did,
believe she
but I
wanted
still
us to
missed
try and stay alive.
And there it is again, the expressions that say, yes, this is exactly what happened. So, I'm a 200-year-old kobold, and
Insight check.
You look good for your age.
go ahead and make an insight check.
I was joking, but okay.
And you all seem to have already had
22.
some very wacky adventures.
22.
Wacky sums it up nicely.
I led the Christmas Carol.
Now,
Because most kobolds don't live that long.
and
according
there's
to
the
Andrew
old
Tate.
expressions back. Kobolds can live to be about 200 years. They don't tend to live that long because they have
That's-
untimely demises.
That's the thought process Thandrin's having. He knows they
Yes.
can. Very unlikely.
Okay, well,
Statistically unlikely.
I will tell you, Thandrin understands that you're looking at a projection of a kobold as opposed to a kobold directly in front of you, so certain cues that you would expect to see or look for are very difficult to discern. With that said, this kobold seems to be on the up and up. They're not actively trying to deceive you. They are concerned that you might be actively trying to deceive them,
Mhm.
but they're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Which would imply, if this kobold has actually managed to live 200 years, it means nothing they've encountered in 2 centuries was able to take down what is usually a CR 1/4 creature, which means they are
Thandrin-
definitely not
Sort of.
CR 1/4.
Thandrin would discern that. Chris already knows that.
Oh yeah, I know Chris knows who Monty is.
I
But-
love Monty. Monty's the best.
Yes, Monty cannot be here right now, but he's teleconferencing.
I mean, we're all used to it lately.
Yes. Apparently the kobolds also have teleconferencing going on because they can.
Cobalt Zoom.
Which is different from
I
post
don't think they
letterbox
still
meetings.
call Discord.
Oh, you've attended our council meetings. No. He does not say that is not canon.
Okay, Monty, if you're not going to let us in here, and we really can't go back that way, is there another way we can go?
Is there some way you can reassure me in a way where I'm not going to have to come down and do something about it, that you will not, in fact, inflict more chaos upon the kobolds on the other side of this door than they deserve? And I'm the one who decides if they deserve it or not.
Can you give me the like what's considered too much?
Any.
Oh, Dad, you answer for me.
It's kind of hard to right now.
We're already trying to keep this one alive.
Look around the
Awesome.
door. Look around the.
Awesome.
Is there any like latches or anything that could maybe I could pick it or?
You
kind
don't
of
even
open the
see
door?
hinges. The only thing that makes you think it's a door is, 1, it's got a door knocker. 2, it has an obvious door frame. 3, the part that you're assuming is a door is clearly made out of wood, as opposed to the stone that's around it. But there's nothing on this end that says, this is what you move to open the door.
Dad, Father, do the Charlie Brown speech. That might convince him.
I don't
For the
think that's
record,
gonna
we're
work.
recording this 6 days before Christmas.
I thought that the peace talk might help.
Don't think it's going to.
I'm trying. Let me see.
Anything?
I rolled a 19 on persuasion. Can I just say pretty please?
I mean, you can. Monty gets to make a counter roll.
Okay.
I don't think Millie knows who Monty is.
No.
I don't.
That makes this so much better. No one tell Millie until after this arc is done.
I'm trying to think what we could say.
Look, I can tell that several of you are kind of in a bad way. I get that.
Whilst I'm holding my lever inside.
Yeah, that's not one of the organs you get two of. I don't think you've got a spare one.
Nope.
If it was a kidney, I mean, just you could go for quite a while. How about I'll tell the kobolds on the other side to stand down and let you in, provided you make sure it's safe for them to open the door first.
There's nothing here.
Sure, I guess we'll do the timer game.
And Monty points. Make perception
and we all
checks.
look back.
Oh, God.
Don't do this to me.
What critter?
21.
Nat 20.
Nice.
I got a 15.
What's the range for your true sight again? I forget, and I'm the one who gave it to you.
16.
120
Okay.
for the tree site.
So everyone who rolled high sees nothing except for Nick sees it first.
Oh.
Was this a perception roll?
There's shadows. It was perception, but
Okay.
Nick sees it first because Nick has true sight for further than any of you can see in the dark.
I'm still looking at the projection.
Okay.
It's
Well,
witty.
yeah, you rolled
I'm
a
not
7.
falling for that old trick. Oh, wait.
What's that behind you? A distraction of some sort.
I'm a human. You're lucky if I can see my nose in front of my face.
Yes. So actually, I don't recall anyone saying they were creating light sources. So the rest of them just been leading you through the
That would have
dark.
been a disadvantage. It's it's 2 19s.
You said they had the pretty the lights.
Okay. So that was being done in this campaign?
You were just talking about like the dwarven floor, the dwarven lights.
Oh yeah.
The
Well, the
dwarven
torch sconces
ceiling.
didn't have lit torches in them. Otherwise, someone would have to come down this tunnel and relight the torches every 6 hours. No one's got time for that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
there
can
were-
see in the dark, so who cares?
I mean, that's how most of you felt, and then Chris's character is just like, "Little help, guys,
Guys,
little help."
can't see a thing. Hello.
Is that your foot? No, that's your foot.
My lever is falling out. Keep me guided.
Well, at least there's no holes in this cave.
I mean, there
I'm
might
really good
have
at finding
been.
holes.
You didn't see them. But
I'm just really good at
Nick's-
finding them.
Nick sees it. Oh yeah, the goblin pit traps. Everyone was very good at
Yeah.
finding them. No one as good as Xanthus. Xanthus was the best at finding them.
Oh, yeah. I found all of them
But
the
as
hard way.
sad thing is, no, you didn't find all of them. But
Depends
never
on
mind
where.
about that. Moving forward, Nyx is the first to see that the shadows off at the edge of her true sight, they're moving. They're getting closer. That's not good. They're getting closer. Oh, is that the sound of chattering? Is that teeth clacking together?
Can I point
I
at
do
it with my laser
believe-
pointer of doom?
You can point at them with a laser pointer of doom if you so wish.
But
But I will say, let's roll for initiative then.
Oh.
My favorite words.
The
Oh,
three little
that's
words that
the wrong
every
chat.
Eric loves to hear.
Oh my geez, 18 initiative. Yes.
Because the healer goes last if they're actually intending to heal anything. Fun fact, if you kill them, you don't have to heal the damage they did. Okay. And
You know, I think that my cat woke me up for D&D because he immediately fell asleep in my spot.
that's valid.
He woke me up because he wanted to sleep. Cats.
Sounds like a cat.
And of course, my cat is who Hero is based off of, so it really attracts. Gosh, this cat's dumb.
Okay. So, in the initiative order, it looks like Thandrin goes first. Thandrin, I will say that holding your liver in is a free action. So, what else would you like to do?
Chris is not here at the moment.
Oh, he has been disconnected.
So how you doing?
Pretty good. You?
It's not too bad. Let's see.
I'm glad we had this talk. So I'll let Thandrin go when Chris returns. But next up in the initiative is Hero.
Oh, cool. Oh, there's Chris.
I'm back.
Chris. So
My internet decided to say GTFO. I'm back.
okay. So I've often been told no take backsies, but I'm taking backsies. Hero is
Take
not getting
back
to go.
to backseat.
Yes, Hero does not get to go. It is Fandrin's turn. Holding your liver in is a free action. What else would you like to do?
What's happening?
Battle.
There is a roiling cloud of shadows heading right towards you.
Oh.
With chattering teeth.
And there is the sound of
geez.
teeth clacking together. At this point, I'm going to say it's about 50 feet away from you.
Oh, 50 feet away? That's fine.
5-0.
Bonus action, patient defense, and I'll get behind the cleric. Defend me.
That's valid.
So I burned a key point to do patient defense, and I will hold an action of just punch if it gets too close.
Okay. Hero, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I have a question.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match. 42.
No.
20
so the thing
minutes.
is that right now can crash.
A spittoon.
So I currently
I'm sorry. I will let you continue.
I currently get 2 actions on a turn, I think. Like 2 attacks.
No. You get 2 attacks, and that's 1 action.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, because I was like, because I want to heal, but I also, want to fight.
Well, if your healing spell is a bonus action, you can attack twice and then heal. If your healing spell is an action, you can either attack twice or you can heal once, but you can't do any other combination.
Okay, let's see. With that in mind, let me look. That's not a bonus action, that's just a full action. Let me see. Which one of my parents is the healer?
Both.
It's your dad.
Both? Okay.
Dad and father both have healing abilities.
Oh, thank goodness.
One
what did
of
you
them
roll,
does lay
Dad?
on facepalm, and the other one kills everything and then heals you as an afterthought.
Dad, what did you roll?
18.
Okay, you're gonna go soon. So I'm gonna attack instead. So actually, let's see. I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns because it's going to make thorns that sprout out from my attack weapon, and the targeted attack and every creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. So that means I can attack both of them if they're being buddies.
Both of them?
Well, you said there's multiple chitterings, so I'm assuming that if there's more than one, I can hit more than one.
Okay, what's the target number again?
It has to be a Dex 13.
Okay. Everything that would need to make the save makes the save.
Dang it. Well, they still take damage, just less.
Okay.
And then let's see. I am going to attack with... Which one do I want? I feel like doing my longbow today.
Is your longbow magical?
No, so now I'm going to do the laser pointer of doom, which is magical.
I mean, I didn't say why that was important. I didn't even say if that was important. But
Just
okay.
assuming.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Roll to hit.
Okay, so does a 22 hit?
A 22 will hit the shadows that are filling the tunnel 40 feet away from you, yes.
Okay. And also, this is also fire magic damage. So I got that, and then that plus this.
Welcome to Math the Game.
And that's easy so far. And then we have where's the other die I have to do? And that one. Okay, so I did 22 points of damage.
Now, does that include the thorns?
Sorry. So that's going to be -5 because it's half damage. So that's going to be 17 points of damage.
How did 22 end up being 17?
Because it was 10 plus 10 plus 2. So then half of 10 is 5.
It's too late for me to do math really well. So how much of that was the thorns damage?
5. Now. Just trust me.
That's a dangerous thing.
So,
but
'cause
really,
it's
you're in
10,
the situation right now because a kobold in a floppy hat doesn't trust you.
That's
Okay.
valid. And then I also get the second attack.
Which will not be as extravagant because some of those bonuses are only once per round.
Yeah. Does a 21 hit?
It will. This time.
Okay.
It was
And
debating casting shield.
Oh, okay. And the Hail of Thorns does... Oh, they have to roll again for the Dex 13 save.
In the same round?
Every attack, I think. And next time I hit a creature with a ranged attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a spell of thorns.
Okay, so that's... You'd have to cast the spell again.
Oh, okay, so never mind. But yeah, so it did that, and then that plus that equals that. So that's going to just be 7 damage for the second one. So then that would altogether be 24.
Okay, well, I already put in the first shot for damage. So
Okay,
I'll
so
put
then
in the 7 for
otherwise
this
7.
one. Okay.
Math.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in my ability to remember numbers for a long period of time. So when I'm told what the damage is, I immediately put it into my tracker.
That makes sense.
Okay. So with that said, that is Hero's turn, and next is a thing that comes out of the shadows. Remember I said the shadows were 40 feet away?
Just kidding.
No, the shadows are still 40 feet away. But some things inside the shadows have movement that they can do.
Oh.
Okay. What can best be described as, like, so you know how some people will take, like, a sheet and drape it over themselves and go, oh, look, I'm a ghost, or whatever? Imagine that, but someone has stepped on the back of the sheet, so it's uncovered them, mostly. It's going over the top of their head, but there's still no one underneath the sheet, except for a large pair of teeth.
It's an invisible trick-or-treater.
These teeth are much larger than anything alive that's that proportion should have.
Is it my grandma's ghost?
No, it is not your grandma's ghost.
I thought that
This
was
is
good.
not your grandmother's ghost. But I will say that every creature, and it's going to fly, by the way, is flying 30 feet forward, so it's 10 feet away from you. Not yet in melee range unless one of you moves forward. And the teeth just start to chatter like crazy to the point where each of you needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Passes.
13.
Fails.
Damn.
I got a
17.
nat 1.
Okay, so we got 2 successes and 2 failures. Nope, 3 failures.
3 failures.
I got a nat 1.
Is this going to be the session where I TPK a party for the first time?
I mean,
It might be.
It'll be fun.
So fun fact, this doesn't do any damage to you at all.
Okay.
If you failed, you are confused.
Okay.
You're what? Confused?
I thought that was already who I was.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
but
not
now
a-
there's an actual game mechanic for it.
I was going to say that's not an actual condition, so what does that do?
It's as if this spell was cast on you, which I've just linked in the chat. This twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere. Now, this is a larger radius for this particular being, so never mind about that. Center point you choose. Must be a saving throw. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn. And it gives a chart here. We're going to address those as they occur. At the end of each of its turns, an affected target can make a wisdom saving throw. If it succeeds, the effect ends for that target.
Hero just ran into a wall.
Well, no, you're going to roll at the start of your turn.
Oh, because I was just thinking about my nat 1.
No, when it's your turn, you're going to roll a 1d10 and then look at the chart to see what you're going to do. The one you rolled was to succeed or fail the save.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that was this thing's turn. Jaren, what would you like to do? It is now your turn.
We're going to cast a second level Cure Wounds, which is 17 points of healing to Chris's character.
Thandrin.
Sandrin.
Thandrin.
Who
You
else
can
is?
Trying to hold your liver in, but it's no longer necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Who else needs some healing? I think was it April?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to use a healing word, bonus action healing word. All right. Yes, that is 12. The maximum I can do,
Yay!
Nice. It's better than 7.
and that'll be my turn.
Okay. The cleric spent his entire turn healing. I roll to disbelieve.
Who knew?
I mean, usually by now you'd have wiped out half of the opponents. Oh well. Maybe next time. Nyx, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do burning hands at these teeth
Please don't use it on my fur again.
What's the range of burning hands?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, but okay, so 15 feet in length as well. All right, so that's going to hit just the teeth. It's not going to hit the shadows. Understood.
Yeah. It's dex save.
Okay. It passes. I just rolled over 20, so.
Oh yeah, passes. And I'm doing it at a second level, so it's gonna get hit with 8 in half is 4.
Okay, it does not like that. And I apparently just opened Steam because I clicked on the wrong thing. Again.
Don't call us boring. You can play Skyrim later.
That should not be funny to me, but it is. Oh well. And as is my custom, if you make me laugh, you get inspiration, which is why everyone got inspiration in the last session. Some of them more than once. So yes, Hero has inspiration.
Awesome.
Xanthus, I believe you are confused?
I am confused.
Okay.
The player is not.
Well, roll a d10 for me. Let's see what you get on the Wheel of Misfortune.
Clearly that is the case. 1.
A 1! You use all your movement to move in a random direction.
All right, roll a d8 and assign a direction to each die face. So we start with north being 1 and going
let's start
clockwise?
with, because we haven't really determined cardinal directions. Let's say running towards the teeth is 1.
Okay, that's a 7.
What if you run into my arms?
That would make it very difficult for you to use your laser pointer of doom.
But that's okay, because Dad has me.
I don't know. You're probably gonna run into a wall if you're doing 7.
Well, yes,
No
you
idea.
do in fact run into it. Not straight into it. It's a glancing blow, but you do in fact wonder who put that wall there. It wasn't there a moment ago when you were over there.
So I have
We'll
moved.
say that's
I may not take any other actions this turn.
Okay, but at the end of your turn, you get to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, you bring that back up.
You are now, however, within biting distance of the teeth.
Well, that's a 5.
That's a 5. So, nope.
That's the same die roll I did earlier.
Nope, you are still confused. And now within biting distance. All right. And next, the shadows continue to roil forward. And what are they going to do? Now, because I copy-pasted this third-party thing into D&D Beyond, it has some spots that shouldn't have text, but they have text. Like, it has a section for legendary actions. The only text in the legendary action section says, enter the description for how legendary actions work for your monster here. But I keep seeing that it has a section for legendary actions, and that's throwing me off. Trust me, you don't want this to have legendary actions. It's already bad enough. It roils forward, and it is going to... first, it envelops Xanthus. Just the enveloping doesn't hurt you. However, then it tries to make an attack.
I don't like this.
I don't like this at all.
All right, so that is a 13.
That will not hit my armor class.
Okay, then it will try again.
It missed while chewing.
No, this is a different thing. These are the shadows. That's a 12, which I'm going to assume does less than the 13.
I would assume so. I think 12 is less than 13.
I mean, it depends on if you're using the new math or not.
Yeah, that's fair. We're going to use old math.
Okay. Next is Monty's turn. Now, he's a holographic projection right now, so there's not much he can do. So,
Sorry, that made me chuckle.
you okay there?
Working on it.
Okay. I'm going to let the people on the other side here know that you're having some trouble. Just hang on. Do your best. I believe in you. Other affirming comment. I'm not good at being supportive. I'm sorry. I spent a lot of time living with kobolds.
It's quite all right.
Okay. I'm gonna step away from the thing that's showing my projection, but I'm still here. I can hear you. I'm here.
Bye, Grandpa Monty.
You're on speakerphone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Bye, Grandpa Monty.
Yeah. Let them know. Let them know.
What did you call him?
Grandpa Monty.
Well, he did say he has a granddaughter.
Yeah. He's old.
Which no one in this party would know, but his granddaughter is currently in the Monday game.
I assumed as such.
And you just sort of hear his voice coming through the projection, like, yeah, well, why do we even have that? Well, okay. But it's cutting out a lot because he's too far away. All right, Fandrin, what would you like to do? Also, what are you going to do?
I was confused, so I rolled a 1.
Okay, so roll a d10.
I already rolled a d10. I rolled a 1.
Oh, so go ahead and do that whole see what
D8
random
thing?
direction you're going in thing.
I rolled a 1.
You are running right towards the teeth. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Yep, I'm not shocked. It's me.
What's your total movement?
40.
So, fun fact, you run through the teeth.
Okay.
They are difficult terrain. They slow you down slightly. And as you finish running through the teeth, you have a brief gap, not very long, incredibly short gap, before you then run right into the shadows.
Oh, it didn't take an attack of opportunity? Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's reminding me. Attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Should
no.
probably do a thing.
Don't talk.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
too honest.
Well, it's ability called Shatter. It does that instead of an attack. But now I will have it do its attack. It's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
Glancing blow.
Okay. That is 18 points of necrotic damage.
Ow. Okay.
Also, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 17.
Okay.
Why did you?
You make it.
Because I'm too honest, Millie. I'm sorry.
So it bit you, it hurt, but in your confusion, you did not hurt yourself, fortunately, because you're not a Pokemon. You continue to run into
Okay,
the
then.
shadows, and you are no longer within biting distance.
And I get to roll a wisdom save again at the end of my turn.
Yep.
Nat 1.
Okay. You are just as confused as you were before, and now you're wondering why it got darker when you couldn't see before. It still somehow got darker.
Mm-hmm. I regret being a human.
But at least you're no longer holding in your liver. Instead, your shoulder hurts a lot.
No, my liver's now being. Well, my arm is almost off its socket because I'm really low again.
Hero.
It's a different liver.
Yeah, different liver.
It's the one you had for lunch earlier with onions.
It's the arm liver now.
I love
Arm
my
liver.
arm liver.
Okay, I am upset that I'm giving inspiration for that, but I have to give inspiration for that.
Yay, arm liver.
I just gave inspiration for arm liver, and what's really sad is that is not the strangest thing I have heard that has resulted in me giving inspiration. With that said, it's Hero's turn. Hero, what would you like to do?
On a similar note, it's hero time. Let me roll my d10 to discover if I know how to walk or not.
I mean, everyone else is rolling a 1.
I got a 5.
Oh, wonderful! You don't move or take actions
I
this
just-
turn.
Can I just yell for Grandpa?
I mean, you can. I will also
It's a
say
free
that
action.
because of the fact that you're not moving or taking actions, you're just sort of mesmerized by what's going on. Anyone who's looking closely at your eyes just watches them dilate real fast.
Yeah, I'm in like the pre-zoomies mode, but like not doing anything about it. Like it's the butt shake mode.
I mean, you just saw Father do a zoomie. You just saw Thandrin do a zoomie.
I want
That's
to
supposed to
join
be
in the
your
zoomies.
thing.
So yeah, now I'm doing like the shakes.
We're hearing maybe a slight chirping sound,
Yeah.
a chatter, a different chatter. There's a bird on the other side of that window chatter. Now roll to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you are no longer confused at the end of this. Or, well, less confused, let's be honest.
I got a 12.
That almost works.
Oh, zoomie. The call of the zoomie is too strong.
All right. And so the teeth, they are going to fly over to Hero and attempt to take a bite out of Hero.
I say no. I say swipe or no swiping.
That's a lot. That's a 25?
I disagree.
Like flat earthers, you can attempt to disagree, but it has no effect.
Dang it. Yeah, so that hits.
That's 18 points of necrotic damage.
I don't like that.
And give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'd prefer not to. Oh, cool. I rolled an 18.
Oh, so no one yet has found out why you have to make a Constitution saving throw against this thing.
That's okay.
It's a shame. I can't wait to let you know. But that's its turn.
No.
Next up is Jaren.
Oh, let's see. Let's do a cure wounds on Chris's character again.
You can't see Chris's character right now. He's surrounded by shadows. You think that if you ran into the shadows to follow him, you might be able to find him, to cast spells on him, but you cannot see him from where you are.
Let's run into the shadows, shall we?
You do see Hero. You just don't see Thandrin.
In the shadows?
Well, no, Hero's out of the
In
shadows.
the dark of the night.
Hero's getting
Find
eaten
us.
by a ghost. Thandrin is hiding in the darkness.
Not by choice.
That's what all the emo kids say. Not a choice, Dad.
By the way, I actually made this fight easier than my original intention.
Thank you.
There was another enemy, another unique enemy.
Yeah, no thank you.
So, Jaren, are you running into the shadows or no? Jaren, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, that was weird. Yes, I would like to run into the shadows.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Perception plus 4. 16.
Okay, so you're a dwarf. You have the ability to see in the dark. And you are somewhat beginning to understand what humans go through. You don't know how they survive as a species, but this is apparently what they go through. However, there is a more solid shape in front of you than the other shapes that are around you. That's probably Thandrin. You have found him. This is the first of Chris's monk characters ever to actually be found when they are hiding somewhere. And
Can I touch Thandrin?
Yes. You can reach out and touch someone.
I would like to reach out, touch, and go ahead and cast Cure Wounds. 12 points of healing for Chris.
Yay.
I would also like to cast, as a bonus action, Searing Smite. I'd like to cast Searing Smite.
Okay, well, when you cast Searing Smite, that requires you to make an attack roll with a weapon, and you've already used your action this turn.
Okay, understood.
Does Searing Smite have a duration?
1 minute.
I believe it's just up until your next attack, isn't it?
Concentration, 1 minute duration.
Okay, so yeah, you could do that now. You're just not going to make a roll to attack right now, and then your next attack, your next turn, you would have a free bonus action because you already had Searing Smite up, or you can do something else. That's fine too.
I'm going to hold.
Okay.
Or I can't really hold. My turn will be over, but you know what I mean. I'm done.
Okay. Nyx.
The
The teeth are eating the cat.
right.
It does not currently have a hat. And 3 of your friends are hiding in the shadows.
So if I do Ray of Frost on the shadows, is that going to hit the people inside the shadows?
I would argue that you have a base understanding of how tall they are, so you could angle it in a way where even if you hit a spot where they are, it would hit above them.
Okay. All right, then yeah, I'm going to do Ray of Frost at the shadows.
Okay. Is that an attack roll? I honestly forget.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Make your attack roll.
24
Easily hits.
and 10
All right.
cold.
Okay, you do 5 points of cold damage.
All right.
Okay, Xanthus. Oh, we have a 9 this time. Fantastic. You can act and move normally this turn.
Yay!
You'll still have to make a save
All
to
right.
see if you can do it again later, but right now you have, for the most part, come to your senses.
Okay. I had a thought. I'm going to do a bless spell because that can affect saving throws. I'm going to include myself, Hero, and I think Chris. Chris is in the shadows, so I can't see Chris. Is Hero in the shadows?
No. Hero and Nyx, I think, are the only 2 of your companions who you can see right now.
Hero and because Jaren ran in, but Nyx and Jaren are not affected by the.
Actually, no, wait a minute. You're in the shadows too. The shadows
Oh.
went around you.
Oh, right.
So you
wait, I
can't-
thought I had the teeth.
No, I have the teeth.
Okay, I'm in the shadows.
Yes.
I cannot see anyone inside the shadows.
Can I
No,
level up?
unless
yet?
you make a
I have
perception
dark
check.
vision, if that helps.
I'm still going to require a perception check because these shadows are, like, they
That-
are something separate than just
dark.
darkness.
Yeah, they're somewhat different. All right, well,
So
let's
since
try
I'm a
this first.
cat and I can see ghosts because I'm a cat, I'm just making that up. Can I assist?
Well, right now you're
I didn't
confused
find
and being
trust.
eaten by a
That's
ghost.
my- I continue my trend for failing perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, wow,
So-
that's some good darkness.
So
And I will
here's the
leave the
thing that
shadows.
you can do. You could, in fact, attack the darkness.
No. I'm going to leave out of the shadows since I cannot see anything.
Okay.
But I don't know which direction to go, so I will
Oh.
simply try to retreat from whence I came
Okay.
Can you read?
until I am out of the shadows.
That's
okay.
some
You
good
don't turn
darkness.
around. You just backtrack.
Yes, I just back up, reverse my steps until I am out of the darkness. Once
I
I'm out
can't
of the
believe we
darkness
both
and
did the
can
same
see
joke.
allies. I plan to do something else.
Okay. You successfully
can
back
see
out of
Hero.
the shadows.
What?
You successfully back out of the shadows, and you see Hero being eaten by very large spectral teeth, and you see Nyx.
Okay, so I can only see the three of us, and that's what I will do. I will use my necklace of prayer beads to cast Bless upon myself, Nyx, and Hero.
Now, I know what Bless does, but for anyone who may have forgotten, what does Bless do?
You may bless 3 creatures of your choice. You add a D4 to either attack rolls or saving throws. Actually, you can do both. It will last for a minute.
Okay, so that's every roll, or just their next roll?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends.
Oh, so
and
every
the spell
roll.
is concentration and lasts for 1 minute. So literally every attack roll and saving throw, you may add Bless for the next minute, so long as I concentrate upon said spell.
That's very
good.
usable for people who need to be making saving throws. By the
I
way,
was
if that's
hoping
the
to
end
get
of your
Chris
turn,
in it, but I can get either Chris or Hero. And to be honest, Xanthus knows Hero a little better.
all right. With that said,
Expected.
it's the end of your turn,
Also, I get
so make a saving throw to see
I
if
do
you
a
have to
lot
go
of
through
rolls.
this nonsense again.
And I am blessed. I have blessed myself, so I'm going to get the D4 myself. So we're going to try this again. If I can figure out how to type.
That looks like a 20.
So that's it was unnecessary, but still, it's handy to have.
Okay. So you are no longer confused more than you usually are with Hero as your adopted son.
This is true. All right. Turn is over. Next.
Okay, next is the shadows. You have backed out of the shadows, so they can no longer try to do whatever that attack was on you.
I'm
But
glad.
delicious.
there's 2 individuals who decided to go into the shadows.
Can't help that.
I did decide.
I mean,
Decide sounds like it was on purpose.
one of you decided, the other one, in a moment of weakness, decided anything was good. So, Jaren, how does an 18 feel?
It feels like a pretty weighty number.
Jaren, does an 18 hit you?
My armor class is an 18.
Okay. Ties go to the attacker. So that's a hit.
Okay.
So this is an ability called Strength Drain. You are taking 13 points of necrotic damage,
Ouch.
Okay.
and your strength score is reduced by 1d4. So
Okay.
let's roll this die here. That's going to be that's a 1. So your strength is reduced by 1.
Okay.
And for game mechanics wise, even though your character isn't aware of this at the time, this goes away if you finish a short or long rest.
Okay, no problem. I've already adjusted.
Okay. And it gets to do that again. So it's going to do that again. That's a crit.
That's going to hurt.
Yep, that's going to be 4d8 plus 4.
Can I petition this creature to stop?
I mean, you can, but
Shadows,
it's probably
no
not going
shadows.
to do as well on its.
No, shadow.
It's probably not going to do as well on its persuasion check. That
Okay,
is-
I got a 7.
The shadows are non-responsive. That's 20 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
Are you up?
I'm up, but I'm bleeding.
and I have rolled another 1 for reducing strength, so you lose another point of strength.
Okay, adjusted.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working on the... Okay, I understand that... Okay, at this point, you're just saying technobabble. I don't even think half of those words mean anything. Okay, yes, one of those words was literally light switch. I know that's a real thing. I'm talking about all the other...
Be right back. I need to adjust this Discord.
Okay. Next up is Thandrin.
Okay, I will roll a d10. That's an 8.
Oh, so close to acting normally. You get to... You use your action to make a melee attack randomly determined at a random creature within range.
The only creature in reach is Eric.
No, that is not true.
The
That
shadows.
is not true. The shadows
okay,
are a
the shadow.
creature.
Okay, so
shadow. Roll a die. Shadows are even. And I almost said Obame.
The
And
shadow
Jaren
roll.
is odd.
okay, I'm rolling a d4.
It's time to do.
I'm just gonna screen cap just to make sure. It was 4.
Okay. And I trust you. You don't need to document. I'm glad you do, but it's not required. Go ahead and make an attack against the darkness.
Okay,
Do you have magic missile prepared?
no.
Okay,
I
so
punched
this is
them.
going to be a non-traditional attack.
Do I do all my attacks or just one attack?
Uses its action to make a melee attack against a random turn creature.
My melee
But it
attack is
doesn't-
2 attacks.
I'll
My
allow
attack
2.
action is 2 punches.
I will allow 2.
Okay, 24
That's a hit.
and a 10.
That's not.
So 7 reduced to 3 for non-magical punching.
Okay, you punch a shadow for 3 damage. It is rare that someone gets to say they've done that.
It's not so rare when you play a monk, to be fair. Most of what you do is punching.
I still think doing damage to a shadow is something that most beings are not able to do. That's still quite impressive.
No, that attitude.
I don't even think that's proper context for that term, but whatever. Go ahead and roll your saving throw to see if you are back to your senses.
Will a 13 do it?
Good question. Let me double check. That's close.
Close, but no cigar.
Well, no, let me check. It's close to the number, but I don't remember if it is the number. I'm looking at the wrong creature. That doesn't have.
Should have used my inspiration, but I've already called it.
DC 14.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
I'll remember my inspiration for next time.
Okay. Hero.
I'm here. Oh. So, let's see.
I believe we are at the point where we roll a d10 to see what you do.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that is the part that we do. I was sitting there trying to think of what I was going to, do for a move, and then I got ahead of myself. I got a 7.
A 7. You get to attack a randomly determined creature within melee range of you.
I get to attack the teeth.
Yes, you do get to attack the teeth. Now, it's a melee attack, not a ranged attack.
Okay, can I still use my claws?
You may use your claws.
Because they are melee. Okay, so I rolled a 23. Do I still get 2 attacks per round?
I gave that to I almost said Talia. No, I gave that to Chris's character, Thandrin, so I would be remiss if I didn't.
Okay, I rolled
do
2 23s for attacks. Do they hit?
I'm okay with this. Let me double check something. Yes, they both hit. Because these attacks are non-magical, we'll be reducing them by half, but you will be doing damage.
Okay.
I can't wait till my punches are magical.
Okay, and then
You'll have to survive this.
Yep, survive this and get to sex, and my punches become magic.
We're trying.
It occurs to me I've actually killed more of Chris's characters than any other players.
Well, didn't you joke that we're going to have a one-off with a new Chris character every day?
I did joke about that last time, yes.
Yeah, true. No, me and Tom are equal. You've only killed one of each.
I've only killed one of Tom's characters.
Yeah, you've only killed one of mine.
I killed Talia.
That's it.
And I've killed, not Socks, but
Dax. Yeah, Dax actually died. He was disintegrated. Yeah.
Yeah, because of fava beans.
No.
No.
Oh, I thought it was fava beans.
An undead mind flayer. But in any case, we were.
But anyways,
damage.
yeah, I was just double checking that I rolled it correctly, because I like to do that. So the first one is going to be and that one is okay. So that's going to be probably 6 and 2.
Okay, that's for both attacks.
Yeah, one was 13, the other's 5, and then halvesies.
Okay, thank you for reducing for me. All right, and
that ability, basic math.
And now make your save, and don't forget your D4 from Bless.
Oh yeah.
Basically, Father moonwalked out of the smoke and then said that he believes in you.
I do have some. I have some skill in performance, so it's possible.
I believe. You said wait, a D10 or it was
you're
a
rolling
20?
a D20 to save versus the confusion, because you get to do that at the end of each turn.
Oh yeah.
But you get to add a D4 to that roll because you've been blessed.
I got a nat 1, so we're just gonna leave it there.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. This is a session with a lot of nat 1s. That is a lot of nat 1s.
I usually do well.
Eric,
Wait,
I'm blaming you for this.
40
I'm sure this has something to do with you.
I have no idea what you're talking about because my rolls are.
Crash. Can I add 2 D4s to my attack rolls?
I mean, they were both hits already, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought that would include my damage. I was hoping.
No, it's
only
the
the D20
no
rolls.
damage.
Oh,
No, D20
fine.
Okay, it's the teeth's turn. They're going to go in for a bite.
Shocking.
That is a 23.
On who?
That's going to be on Hero, because it's been chewing on Hero this whole time, so it's just going to keep continuing that. That's 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm dead.
So
I'm down.
I'm still going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't like this. Oh no, I got a 6.
Okay, so not only does Hero collapse, Hero turns translucent.
This sounds bad.
Hero looks
I'm turning into
ghostly.
a ghost. I'm turning into a ghost. Grandpa! Dad! Father! Save me!
Jaren.
Yep.
What? Crash, wait. Does my potion cure this?
No. Both because it wouldn't have cured this if you had it still, and because you no longer have it.
I just need to ask in every situation.
I get that, and I support your choices, even if I question them. Now, Jaren, it is your turn.
So in my little darkness right here, space that I'm in, the only person I see at this particular moment is
Is
Christopher
Thandrin.
Standard.
And the shadows are literally out to get you.
How many shadows are there?
It's one amorphous blob of shadows. You can see individual humanoid-ish forms, but they're all joined together. It is
Can I
a
touch
roiling
this
amorphous
specific one?
blob. What's that?
Can I touch this shadow?
Easily. I mean,
I'm going-
you can't swing anything in these shadows without hitting the shadows.
Okay. Well, if I can touch the shadows, I'm going to go ahead and cast Inflict Wounds on the shadow.
I've honestly been waiting for this since we rolled for initiative.
22.
You hit.
27 damage.
The shadows are bloodied.
Okay, so as far as the Searing Smite, I'd have to actually... I was... next time you hit a creature... that's still in a melee. All right. Okay, I can cast Healing Word on myself. I'm going to do this one. I'll be able to do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on myself, which will be 8 points of healing on myself.
Okay.
And now I have one first level spell left, and everything else is cantrips.
You still manage to bloody an amorphous blob of shadows.
Yes, I try my best. We need to finish this off. Let's do this.
Okay, Nyx, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do magic missile at the teeth
Okay, roll your damage.
and gonna hit them with 9.
Okay, 9 points of unavoidable damage.
Yes.
I am proud of myself for not hearing that 9 and then thinking it's an attack roll. Because none of you brought up that failure of mine, but I brought it up instead. So there. Okay. Xanthus.
Okay. Hero's down. That's bad. And
Did you skip my turn?
No. You
Was that not
you
after
go
I-
at you go at initiative 22. We haven't gotten through a full round since you went.
I always thought I was after Eric. That's my bad.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
a
fine.
12 initiative. I'm usually towards the bottom. All right. The teeth are near Hero as well.
Yes, and it
done
looks like
something weird
they
here.
are intent on continuing to bite Hero even though Hero is down.
Okay, well,
I'm a
then I will
ghost
move
shadow
towards.
darkness blood. Help me.
I will move towards Hero's position. Hopefully, then giving the teeth another target. I will then use. I will cast Cure Wounds on Hero. I only have first level spell slots left.
1 hit point is better than no hit points. So
Yep. I'm hoping to do more than that, but we'll see. 10 hit points to Hero. And that I have moved in action, and I don't think I have any useful bonus actions yet.
by the way, Hero is still translucent, but Hero is now conscious.
Okay.
Am I floating?
No, you're
No, I have
prone.
no useful bonus actions at this point, so I will wait and see if the teeth attempt to attack my metal armor.
Okay. Next is the Shadows' turn. The Shadows are going to continue to go after Jaren. That's a miss. I don't even need to ask to be reminded what your AC is. That is a miss. And that is... What's your hit? That's a 23.
That will hit.
Okay. That is 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I
I'm
keep
at-
rolling ones on this D4, your strength is reduced by 1 again.
Okay, my strength is reduced by 1, and that takes me down to 0. However, hold on, I think I have something that keeps me at 1. Nope, I am down to 0. It is the first time I've had a character down to 0.
Well, not
Doesn't
the first
that
time.
knock unconscious?
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure your character, Eric, went down to 0 multiple times.
I don't know. Maybe Obam. I don't know if Eric did.
Doesn't knock you unconscious. It just knocks you down, and you're helpless.
Yep.
So you're still alive, just helpless.
And for some reason, everything tastes like purple. It's an odd effect. Okay. So here's what happens next. Because at initiative 0 is when I've had Monty doing all the Monty things. And we are reaching initiative 0. Okay, I know this is... fine, someone else can mess with this stuff. And there is a cracking sound. And part of the wall next to you crumbles. And Monty's standing there. There is a teleportation circle right behind him. Right.
I'm a ghost, Grandpa!
I'm not your grandpa. I'm a grandpa.
Grandpa Monty! Grandpa Monty.
Are you sure this is not feeble mind? We can do something about feeble mind. We have the technology.
Dad, explain that this is... I'm a ghost.
Dad isn't here right now. Please check. Leave a message.
Dad's ignoring me.
Okay,
Dad's in the shadow.
Okay, Monty looks around at the nonsense that is taking place right here, and he cracks his knuckles and says, right, so, usually I'm helping out people that have a wide variety of spells at their disposals. That's not so much me, so I think I'm just going to stab things a lot.
Grandpa, we are related.
Oh my god.
Now,
Please do stab things a lot.
is there anyone who would argue that the shadows are not currently engaged with Jaren and Thandrin?
And me.
They're both unconscious?
Well, Jaren is unconscious, but Thandrin is up. So technically the shadows are currently engaged with another opponent. So therefore, that gives Monty sneak attack.
Okay. I was going to argue, but okay.
I mean, are you down?
I am confused and not in control of myself.
You weren't confused last turn.
Yes, I
You
was.
could still threaten.
Well, yeah, you were confused, but you were still able to hit. So, you know what? Point taken. So that means Monty's going to go after the tooth monster.
Because it is engaged with me, I hope. Or at least I'm nearby.
Yes. And
Millie's going to
currently-
murder me. I'm just saying that because I'm too honest.
Hero also currently has positive hit points and is prone but can still attack at this point.
Yes. Still
Yeah, I
threaten.
have a laser pointer on my arm. I don't need to stand up.
Okay, so I rolled with advantage. My highest roll was an 8.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, that would be bad, but Monty has a plus 16 to hit.
That sounds good.
So that is 12 points of damage for the dagger that he stabs with.
Dagger.
It's not a magical dagger, so it's 6 points of damage to the teeth. But that's not why I was asking, because Monty's a rogue.
Oh boy.
And at his level, he rolls 96.
Impressive.
That's 33 points of damage, reduced by half.
Already reduced by half?
No, I then have to reduce it.
Yeah, 17. Actually, yeah.
No, 16. Because 16 plus 16
my
is
bad, yeah.
32.
I had
Yep.
34 stuck in my head.
All right, so the teeth are bloodied.
So is the shadow.
Gingivitis is
Shadows.
bad. Make sure you brush your teeth, guys.
All right, so that's Monty's turn. Thandrin.
D10. 7. What does that do? Oh, I'm punching things again.
Okay.
Okay.
Evens and odds. Evens are the shadows. Odds are Obame. Not Obame, Jaren.
3.
Okay. Actually, no, wait. Jaren's down.
Yeah, he's not a threatening target.
Yeah, I would
specify?
argue
You wouldn't punch a corpse, would you? I mean, well, maybe.
randomly
You
determined
wouldn't
creature.
download a car.
But I would
I mean,
download
3D
a
printing's a thing.
I would.
I'll leave it to you to decide, Chris.
Oh, don't do that.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Don't make me be responsible for potentially killing Eric.
I mean, you'd rather I be responsible for potentially killing Eric just because I designed the encounter.
You're the DM and designed the encounter, so yes.
Okay. Well, roll
The
to
way
hit
you say
once.
it sounds like it's my fault.
I mean, he's helpless, so it'll be a crit if I hit these AC.
Uh-huh.
Natural 1! Hold on. Do the screenshot thing. Do the screenshot thing, you stupid thing.
Hero. You're going to get to go in a little
Yay.
bit, but right now I want Thandrin to roll a save.
There, your turn's over.
God damn it, 4.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, you're
wait,
still
oh.
very confused.
I already called it. I keep forgetting.
All right. So, Hero, it is now your turn. You are no longer confused. Apparently, a swift
About 1 thing.
a swift bite to the head is able to break confusion for some reason.
Well, just like LCDs teach me languages, being bitten in the head saves me from confusion. This makes sense.
Well, being bitten in the head until you fall unconscious, I guess.
I'm going to use, first of all, my feline agility to jump up and then press myself against the wall because I'm tired of being attacked.
Okay.
And once I do that, I'm going to take out my laser pointer of doom and aim it directly for those gosh dang teeth.
It warms my heart every time I hear anyone say laser pointer of doom, to be very honest.
That's valid. Let's see. I got a 16 and an 18.
Those both hit.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. And then we're gonna add words. I know what I'm doing, I think. Yeah, and this is with my magic damage, so it does the full thingy.
Not thingy.
Okay, so let's see. So this does... Okay, so I do 17 and then 6 fire magic damage. So that's overall 23.
Okay. Several of the teeth have been knocked out.
Also, what does this ghost status do to me? Can I, like, float through walls, disappear, and fly?
That's an excellent question. So,
Or I'm much more unique than the other guys. Hi, Grandpa! I also use a free action to wave enthusiastically at Monty.
Monty
Grandpa
is somewhat
Monty.
distracted by trying to do damage control, but he sort of half waves in your direction and says, "Proud of you."
Yay!
The person who you met less than 5 minutes ago is proud of you. There we go. But you're causing carnage, and that's something that Monty enjoys.
I've made angels proud of me. I've made Grandpa Kobolds proud of me. I'm doing so good.
So while we've been doing this, I've been looking up the description. So if you fail your constitution saving throw, you become ghostly for 1 minute. While ghostly, you have the incorporeal movement trait, and you are susceptible to additional attacks, which you probably shouldn't have been told about. You can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, but if you end your movement in the same location as something else, you're going to take damage.
Okay.
So yeah, you could attempt it.
Is
but you
there
might
a
not
way?
like it.
No, but is there a way for me to go back and purposefully make it so when I run to the wall, I run through someone? Because I just want that to happen. Just because,
Sure.
Imagine like sitting there trying to fight, then suddenly a 7-foot-tall ghost cat flies through you, screaming.
Sure.
Okay.
So the teeth try to take a bite out of Monty because he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 1. Well, I was hoping for a ghost Monty, but no, I don't get my ghost Monty. Oh well. Jaren, it's your turn.
I'm unconscious, not really doing anything, so...
Death save.
Yeah. All right, let's roll. 9.
Okay, that's 1 failure. Nyx.
So I'm gonna do magic missile again. I'm gonna do it at second level, and I'm gonna do 2 at the teeth and 2 at the shadow.
Finally, after decades, literal decades of playing Dungeons and Dragons, I have finally had someone attack the darkness with a magic missile. Achievement unlocked. I'd say I'd go
Everyone
home
go
happy,
home.
but I'm already home.
Everyone go home.
6 at both.
Okay. So for the shadows, you do 6 points of damage. I mark that in. For the teeth, how do you want to do this?
Knock out one of the teeth and then like blow open the mouth.
Okay. One of the teeth gets knocked loose and explodes inside where its head would be if it had a head, instead of just a sheep draped over a head shape. And it shreds the sheet. The rest of the teeth go flying in various directions, but disintegrate before they actually hit anyone. It's a rather neat special effect.
Ooh.
Industrial Light and Magic would be proud. All right. Xanthus.
Okay. I've been waiting to do this. The teeth are gone, so they no longer threaten me. I'm going to do Guiding Bolt at the shadows.
Hi, Pav.
A dirty 20.
That's going to hit.
Okay. And this is all radiant damage.
It doesn't like radiant.
14 radiant damage.
Okay, you do 28 radiant damage.
Yay!
Because this is... It's not incredibly common, but this is one of the types of undead that is actually vulnerable to radiant. Oddly enough, a type of damage that is synonymous with light does extra damage to a thing that is basically concentrated shadow.
That's what I took a guess on, because I can't see very well, even in real light, let alone in shadowy light.
Okay, well, with 28 points of damage, how do you want to do this?
Oh, I will just simply attack the darkness.
And once again, and once again, a spell that is meant to give advantage to the next attack becomes totally pointless for that next attack.
Hopefully it will then dispel said shadows. At that point, then we can see Jaren and I can't remember Chris's character's name.
Thandrin.
Thandrin. They are no longer in shadow.
And at this point, Thandrin goes and does 2 melee attacks against Jaren in his confusion. No, this is not
and just murders him.
No, that does not take place. No, you hear the Final Fantasy Victory music playing in the background. Some kobold peeks around the corner and says, "Sorry, that was my ringtone. I'll put it on mute. I thought it was on vibrate before, but I guess no, I gotta take this call. It's important." So,
I will run over to Jaren, seeing that he is down, and I will use one of my last first level spell slots to cure wounds on him.
So that was a lot of bad.
My arm liver.
Your arm liver.
You might want to get that checked, mostly because you're not supposed to have an arm liver. If there is an arm in your liver, that's bad. If there's a liver on your arm, I hope it's not yours.
Yes, we're stressing out over someone else's liver that is on his arm.
Jaren got 5 hit points.
Works for me.
Grandpa, why am I a ghost?
Monty comes
Oh,
over.
yes,
and...
you're still a ghost.
Yeah, you're still translucent. It lasts for a minute. Monty comes over and takes a look at you, which mostly involves him looking up and up and up and up and up at you because he's a kobold and you're a 7-foot-tall tabaxi. I'll be honest. I'm not really much of a learned scholar when it comes to the undead, but
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if I know what this is?
Sure, go ahead. If only you'd spent a key
area.
point when punching the teeth.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So you do know something about what went down.
I used my inspiration, by the way.
Which makes one of us, in case you were wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, because I didn't.
Okay. So the teeth thing were a type of undead called a flesh spurned. They are a particularly nasty form of undead that is usually formed when something is swallowed whole, and that is how they die.
Oh, so my dinner?
Of course, I'm the one that determines that.
No,
of course.
Somebody. It was dinner for somebody else, and then became an undead.
My
The running
dinner is
joke
now-
continues.
As is often the case for beings that die very horrible, tragic deaths like this, or like anything, they tend to become unstable in a way where they desire a similar fate for anything they encounter. But ghosts can't really eat people.
No, not really.
So its bite has an ability to turn corporeal things incorporeal for a certain amount of time so that they can actually eat them and they can actually regain, they can heal themselves by doing
Oh
this.
god, thank you for stepping in then, because otherwise I would have been eaten as a ghost.
Did you say I knew roughly how much time this would last, or?
I would say that you have these things are rare, but you've heard a few tales where this is something that does wear off.
Okay. Hero, I hate to tell you this. You're going to turn into a teeth monster. Can I roll a deception check for that?
I think that Hero has willingly failed the deception.
Okay.
Hero is kind of stressed out.
Monty is like trying to reach up and pat Hero on the shoulder that is 6 feet off the ground.
I'm sitting on the ground while floating.
There. Now look what you've done.
I mean, it's funny. Hero, you'll be fine. Give it about a minute, 2 tops.
Okay. Okay.
Also, as Monty was trying to pat you on the shoulder comfortingly, his hand was going through your shoulder a little bit.
Yeah. Hi. We lived.
Ellie.
More or less. And
I didn't really.
We need to get healed up.
Yeah. And I need to apologize to the building team for breaking a hole in their wall.
Someone want to pop my shoulder back in?
I can
Sure,
try
give
that.
me a second.
Liver.
You might feel a mild discomfort and hear a short cracking popping sound.
Not the first time.
I've got 1 healing spell left.
Oh, thank you.
I got 3 healing spells left. Who wants
Nick, how bad are you?
What?
I don't think Nick took any
How bad
damage.
are you?
I'm 19 to 32.
Oh,
Okay, you're
Nick's took no
you're-
damage this time.
yeah. I'm at
Oh
20
yeah,
out
I
of
dropped
40.
dead.
Yeah, I dropped dead earlier too. But Jaren, all right, Sandra, how bad are you? Do you want me to use my last spell, or do we want to get?
Save it.
Well, I could get Jaren up and running again. You can wait, but I've got 1 left.
Well, we should probably lift him up.
Okay.
We need a rest. I need a rest.
I think
Yep.
we all need a rest.
Monty
want to go to bed.
Monty heals Thandrin for 9 points.
Okay.
I
And
can't
Jaren's
hear
only
it
at
yet, 'cause I guess I'm an
Jaren's
undead.
only at 5, but if I do my last spell, that should give him a.
The biggest problem for Jaren though is the strength.
Yeah. Can you even carry your armor anymore?
No, I can
No,
carry my
that's-
armor, but that's not a problem.
What's your
The
strength
issue
right
is-
now?
If your strength is 0, you can't do anything.
No,
Yeah,
it's 12.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
your movement is reduced by 10.
Okay, yeah. I'm drained. I need a rest.
Yeah, and
I agree.
this is a good point to end it. We can worry about exposition next session,
Yeah.
and then I can throw something else at you because Eric is not happy unless he's rolling for initiative.
It's
But
true.
but that's something we can worry about next time. As for this time, thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for listening. Tonight we were joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Chris, April, Matt, Millie, Eric. Is there anything that anyone wants to plug?
NoGodsBeforeUs.com. My brother-in-law is working on his 3rd book. Hopefully we'll be out early next year.
Yay.
Just be safe, everyone.
Ooh.
Don't be stupid.
I Twitch stream a lot at Magical Millie on Twitch, and yeah.
Chris does a podcast. AstroCTC.com.
Chris has already plugged. Chris forgot to plug again.
Yeah, it's fine. We do a different session though. We record 2 in a
It's
row, but we
fine.
don't put them up online for people to see them 2 in a row.
It's 4 in the morning.
Understood. And we're wrapping up. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/cogwheelgaming. You can help us keep the lights on, along with other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Ellie, Eric, Janadalak, Mickey, Shanshan, and Welter. And until next time, this is Crash saying, you saved the world, so you opened a children's theater.
I was a cow.
Theater.
And you started adjusting lights with the arm of a corpse.
My test G2.
Please
I,
tell me they don't have it anymore.
I have no idea why
No,
they
now
do
I have
any
my
of this.
trusty dose. The angel took it.
So we have a wide variety of technologies that are quite useful that we have acquired from many different worlds. There's this little thing called ibuprofen. I'm going to get some of it for each of you. I think you might really enjoy it.
Are you also going to give them Benadryl for the nights they need to sleep?
No, NyQuil. Good night, everybody.
Good night.